Hello and welcome to another TeckWrapCraft vinyl tutorial. Today I will be making a Valentine's Day decor sign using some colors from the Valentine's Sheet Starter Pack. On the website TeckWrapCraft.com you can find this starter pack under the bundle deal and then by selecting the TeckWrapCraft Starter Sheet Pack. There are many to choose from, and these starter packs are great for seasonal projects and themes as well as sampling new types of vinyl and colors without purchasing each color by the roll. Be sure to check the description box for links to products used in this video. Before I start the project, let's go over what comes in the Valentine Starter Sheet Pack. In the sheet pack, you get the colors Glitter Carnation, Glitter Grape, Glitter Magenta, Shimmer Pink, Shimmer Purple, TeckWrapCraft 001 G Series in the colors Piggy Pink and Pale Purple, Mirror Chrome in Royal Pink, Pattern Rose in Red Dots, and Satin Chrome Purple. Also included in the starter sheet pack, you get one 12x12 sheet of matte transfer tape and one 12x12 sheet of yellow grid glitter transfer tape. In my vinyl cutting software program, I have my design sized, colors selected, and it's ready to be cut by my machine. I choose the vinyl as the material type and then I change the pressure to less. Next, I load the first color onto my TeckWrapCraft standard mat. My machine will make 4 different cuts, so I will need to repeat this step 3 more times with each color. Be sure to check each sheet for a protective film. You will need to remove it before sending it through your vinyl cutting machine. TeckWrapCraft uses this protective layer on certain vinyls to prevent scratches or damage during shipping and storage so that the vinyl always looks clean and scratch-free. Next, I send my first color through my machine, and I will repeat this step with the rest of the colors. When removing vinyl from the mat, always remember to flip the mat over and peel the mat away from the vinyl. Use your opposite hand to press the vinyl down as it is being peeled away from the mat. Removing vinyl this way prevents damage to both your vinyl and your cutting mat. After the vinyl is removed, I cut the excess vinyl from my cut design and save it for another project. Next is the weeding process in which I remove the unwanted pieces and excess vinyl. For this step, I am using my TeckWrapCraft pin pen. It is a multi-purpose tool and you will see some examples of other uses later on in the video. One of the best features of TeckWrapCraft vinyl is that it is very easy to weed, so it's not only great for small business owners that need to produce a high demand of handmade products, but it's also great for beginners who are new to the vinyl cutting world. When removing large chunks of vinyl, peel one corner to the center and then begin rotating the carrier sheet while also slowly pulling up the vinyl. How to remove the excess vinyl or the big chunk of vinyl around the perimeter of your design varies on the type of vinyl you're working with and the size of your cut design. For smaller strips like this, I can just peel from side to side or corner to corner, while other large pieces like this I need to peel from one corner to the center and then rotate while also pulling up on the vinyl. What also helps is to try and keep your vinyl as close as possible to the sheet while you're peeling it off, so a sharp fold. Peeling at an angle versus peeling from top to bottom is also recommended. If there are pieces that want to stay attached to the vinyl chunk as you're removing it, you can use your finger or your pin pen to hold it down. If you do end up missing a piece that was supposed to stay on the transfer sheet, you can fix it and I will show you how to later on. For designs that have multiple layers, start with the piece that is going to be the bottom layer. I like to tape it down to prevent it from moving while I stack my layers on top. I am using the matte transfer tape that was provided in the sheet pack and then I cut it to size. After removing the backing from the transfer tape, I place it sticky side up on my desk. Then I take my second layer and place it face down on the transfer tape and then use my TeckWrapCraft scraper tool to burnish the vinyl to the transfer tape. And the same method I use to remove large vinyl chunks during weeding, I also use when peeling the vinyl design onto my transfer tape. I just start at one corner and slowly pull at an angle with a sharp fold. To line up my second layer onto the bottom layer, I use a piece of parchment paper as a guide. The transfer tape and vinyl will not stick to the parchment paper, and then once I find the correct placement, I create a hinge, remove the parchment paper, and smooth over the transfer tape onto the bottom layer. Then, using my scraper, I burnish the transfer tape to the vinyl and then remove the transfer tape. This time, I am using my scraper while I also remove the transfer tape by pressing it against the fold with my thumb while also peeling. This technique helps the vinyl off the transfer tape and does take a little bit of practice. Whenever I see that a vinyl piece is missing, I just go find it on the main chunk that I peeled from earlier, and then using my pin pen, I simply place it back with the rest of my design and reposition it. The pin pen is great for placing and repositioning the smallest of vinyl pieces. For the small pieces, like the little noses and hands, I like to individually place those one at a time onto the design. I find it easier for small pieces like this because I can just use my fingers to burnish the small piece and then quickly remove the transfer tape. And I use the same piece of matte transfer tape I used for the first two layers of the design. To apply the design to my wood blank, I am using this purple grid medium tack transfer tape by TeckWrapCraft. Whenever you are applying a design that has multiple layers to a surface, you need to make sure that your transfer tape is tacky enough to pick up all of those layers. This transfer tape is perfect for that. I just cut out a piece to fit my design and then using the same process as I did with the other layers to apply and remove the transfer tape from the backing of the vinyl. Then I just place my 3 layers that are stacked on the transfer tape to my wood blank, burnish, and then remove the transfer tape for the final placement. You can stack layers directly onto whatever blank you are using instead of stacking them first off the blank like I did in this tutorial. However, if you do it that way, be aware that it is going to be very difficult to remove the vinyl from your blank if you make a mistake. That is why I always layer off the blank first. And again, you can use your pin pen tool to place and reposition small pieces that get left behind. And for the final step, I just peel the large hearts directly off the cut sheet and place them on my wood blank. For the smaller hearts, I cut a small strip of the medium tack transfer tape I used earlier and place those around the heart individually. And here is the finished project. If you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a like and don't forget to subscribe before you leave for more vinyl crafting tutorials and tips. Also, be sure to turn on your notification bell for new product releases from TeckWrapCraft Vinyl. Thanks for watching and have a great day.